The Galaxy S24 series arrived and I spent some time with the Galaxy S24 Ultra to check what is new, besides of course the updated design and the Galaxy AI, which was clearly the star of yesterday's event. But first things first, this is the new phone. It's pretty much very similar to the S23 Ultra, although very much also updated, because right now, right, since quite some time, we have a full flat screen with a titanium frame, and of course also some other updates like this grill here from the speaker. Display is also updated, 2600 nits in the peak brightness. It's pretty much the same phone, but also feels updated. Now, the new big thing is apparently the AI stuff, and advanced intelligence is gonna play a big role in the new S24 series. Samsung are jumping in this wagon, and we have to see how well they're gonna implement it. Right now I'm testing already some of the features. We've seen this before, that's not new. That was also available in the Google Pixel 8 series, but here somehow Samsung managed to implement it better. It will still require internet, and it's still not so fast the way I preferred it, but yep, still you can edit your photos with the help of generative AI. And there's gonna be also the watermark showing you, reminding you that you have manipulated this picture. Now, something also very important, guys, is checking the animations. You know, I'm obsessed with stutterless user interface, and I spent some time just making sure that the S24 Ultra really is able to match my experience. Now, of course, I will not know before I will have the unit in my hands, right? But from what I've seen so far, it looks promising. Well, let's see also how the phone will perform in some other areas, like the camera zoom, like a change switch and going back and forth, and also using it in 4K 60, because that's the thing. But animations, as you can see on the screen, seems to be so far so good. I don't want to really lift up my expectations before I have the final unit in my hands, but so far I would say that it seems the One UI 6 one could improve further the good path where Samsung were on. Hopefully One UI 6.1 is going to be stutterless. And now, going back to one of the major updates, guys, they have get rid of the 10x zoom camera, and now they've replaced it with a new sensor which is only 5x but allows you to shoot 50 megapixels. Samsung phones always had a problem with shutter lock, which means moving kids and pets. Well, yeah, those photos kind of sucked, but I really hope that here the case is gonna be different. So I tested the camera a bit, and you can see also some samples later on. Very important for me is the zoom lens cycle, which means going from the ultra wide to the main camera to the zoom cameras. I want this to be absolutely flawless, really like the levels that we have on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I can report that although it seems to be a bit improved, well, it's still not 100% as good as I want it to be. But hopefully with the A Gen 3, Samsung are going to be able to turn things around. And also have in mind, the stock resolution is only FHD when you get the phone. Now back to this new 5x camera, guys. You have the option to choose 5x and shoot 50 megapixel, but then you're also limited to 10x zoom. So here I'm demonstrating one more time. Shooting 4K video, 60 FPS finally allows you to really change to the 5x and 3x optical lenses, and going back to the front camera and the back camera. This is really great. This was something that was missing, and now I'm happy to report that finally Samsung implemented it. So now it means that we can shoot 4K 60 videos, and we can go from the wide camera to the 3x camera or to the new updated sensor, which is the 5x 50 megapixel camera with an aperture of 4:3. Still not the best, but I really hope that we're not gonna sacrifice on that quality. Here's some samples I've shot: 10x, S23 Ultra and S24 Ultra. Although it looks promising, we still have to get the phone in our hands and do a full in-depth review. But so far, I'm really hoping that there's gonna be no sacrifice. Even, honestly, the 10x picture from the S24 Ultra here seems better to me. Also, some other examples. This is now 30x, right? A lot of people were just thinking, yeah, you know, without the 10x, we're just gonna do worse. No, right now, only from what I've seen, it seems that still you're gonna be able to take this sweet 10x and 30x shots. But I need more time, of course, so please sub if you want to check the full review. And now, some samples from the 1x to the 3x to the 5x. It seems to be okay so far. Right now, all the shots that you've seen on the screen are shot only by the S24 Ultra. But of course, we're gonna need the final review, so I'm gonna need more time with the phone, and hopefully next week, guys, I'm gonna have the phone in my hand. And now back to the camera, because again, AI is pretty big, I understand this, but for me, really, this highlight should be the camera, right? The S series is always about everything, its performance. We know there is a bigger vapor chamber, which allows hopefully to get better thermal management, but for me, the most important feature is going to be they finally try to fix the camera, right? One thing they fixed, this is the 4K 60 switching, and we have to check the other things. But now, some of the AI stuff, it's really fun. I tested this like the circle to search. It's very quick, guys. It's very quick, and also what blew my mind, you can see on the next shot, it also works on very tiny portion of the picture, like in this ball here. I circled to search here, and boom, yeah, the phone was very responsive. So we already know that a lot of these things are done on device, which is good. One UI 6.1 really is going to be a huge update. Some of these things, like the most of the AI generative stuff, are still not only on device, which means that you'll require an active internet connection, but the translation stuff and some of the other things are really only run on device. But for example, even the generative AI for the wallpaper, you need to have a Google account. So without this, of course, you're not able to use that. And there are some other new fancy tricks in One UI 6.1, like new protection for the battery. There are plenty of other stuff, guys, so make sure to tune in next week. Hopefully, I'm gonna have the phone starting Monday or Tuesday. I'll have to spend some time with it and really test it. And I really hope to find some new things to justify the price increase, because right now at this point of time, that's a bit questionable, because the AI stuff is just not enough, at least not enough for me. I'm really very camera centric, so I want to make sure that this camera is really better and that I can prove this with my full review. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay safe, EST over, and bye.